Hi guys, today's Pandas interview question is that how to impute outlier of a column in a data frame. So when we have an outlier in a column of a data frame, then how do we impute that higher magnitude outlier value? Let's see. For that, I'll import my library. So I'll say import pandas as PD, and I'll import my numpy as NP, and I'll import the seaborn as SNS. Now I need to take my data into the data frame in the form of a data frame from a CSV file. So I'll say df equals to pd.read_csv, and then I'll take hp data.csv. Let me just check the data. When I check the data, it is having like 3,500 rows with 9 columns. So this data is all about, HP work, the shops, or what do you call that, showrooms where they sell their laptops. So these are the places of Bangalore, and there are several other columns: build, square feet, resale, years sold, and all sort of things. If I just quickly run for my duplicacy check, so I'll say df dot duplicated, and then I'll say df. So I could see that there are lots of duplicated values over here. So let me just get rid of the duplicated rows. I'll say df and then tilde of df dot duplicated. It means that get all the values which are not duplicated. So these are the data points which are not duplicated. I'll again save it back to my df like this. Now let me just run this. Now let's check for the square feet column. So I'll quickly select my square feet column, and then I'll use my SNS dot KDE plot, that is nothing but kernel density estimation plot. That is nothing but probability density function. When I plot my PDF of square feet column, I see that the graph is having a big right tail. It means that there is a probability that there might be an outlier. So let me just do another check. So I'll say SNS dot box plot, and then I'll do square feet. So I can clearly see that the upper bound is somewhere around 3,500, and we have an outlier over here. So as you know, this is a box plot, and this is the upper bound, this is the lower bound. So any data which is beyond the upper bound is being considered as an outlier, and any data which is below the lower bound is being considered as an outlier. So if we calculate the value for upper bound, we could apply conditional filtering over the pandas, and we can extract all the data which is way beyond the upper bound. Okay, so for that, we know that the upper bound in statistics, the box plot, is nothing but the quartile 3. What is quartile 3? This one is called as quartile 3, which is nothing but the 75th percentile of the data. So quartile 3 plus 1.5 times IQR. What is IQR? IQR stands for interquartile region. So it's a difference between Q3 and Q1. So it's a difference between 75th percentile and 25th percentile. So let me just calculate upper bound quickly. So I'll say Q3, that is just a variable that I have taken for my Q3. I'll take the variable square feet dot quantile, and because I want 75th percentile, I'll write 0.75. That's my quartile 3. Now I require my Q1 because I need to calculate my IQR. So I'll say Q1 equals to df square feet dot quantile 0.25 because this is the 25th percentile. And then I'll say IQR equals to Q3 minus Q1. Run this. We got it. So as according to the formula, I'll write upper bound or upper limit equals to Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. Run this. Now we have got the value for my upper limit. Now if I apply conditional filtering, I can get all the rows where square feet column is having data higher than the upper limit. Okay. So I'm going to say df of square feet. Let me use the lock condition, lock, and then inside the df.lock we have the condition which is df square feet greater than upper limit. When I run this, I got to know that there is one particular row which is having the value higher than upper limit in square feet column. So we need to impute this value. So how do we impute this value? For that, I'll just copy it from here. And then I'll use comma and I'll use square feet so that I am into this particular, I'm actually taking this particular value, and in place of that, I'll say equal to, when we have an outlier in the system, and if it is numerical in nature, it's good that we should impute it with the median. So I'll use the median value of the square feet column itself to impute that outlier. So I'll say np dot median df square feet. I run this and I see something has happened. Let's check. In place of this 371 index number, what we have. So I'm going to say df.lock and I'll say 371 and then comma all the columns. So this particular row has been selected, and in square feet we could see the median value 1672 has come, which is nothing but the median value of this particular column. Okay, so this is how we impute the outlier in the system. Thank you.